friends. Time to show off a new build. This was done in a case. I haven't done any 090s recently, so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to knock an 090 build out. So 090 has the lugs on the back side. So it's more of like a barrel case. So and they come in this nice it's not brushed, but it's more of like a, I guess it's like a matte, because it kind of has like a bead blast kind of look to it, but it's not bead blasted because that's more of a dry look, if that makes sense. But it's this nice matte finish on here. So I kind of reverse built this one. I wanted to go with a strap similar to this. So nice suede, nice red, nice burgundy red. And I looked through and I happened to find an insert that, different aspects of it, it matches both. So that's a lasered bezel insert, Kraken style. And then just worked it from there. So I thought, oh, that'd be great on a silver dial. So grabbed a silver dial. Obviously, I don't have burgundy hands, so I just went with a set of silver classy hands. But I happen to have a silver with a tiny bit of red in the end. I don't know what you would refer to that as. A little bit of red on it, so I thought that would be perfect. So nice pop of color when you put it in the light. But otherwise, it's going to match your strap. So small coin bezel on it, silver paddle hands on there. You got your little Kraken that we added to the sterile dial. Kraken engraved crown, Kraken engraved solid caseback. And then since this is a nice thick strap, instead of putting it right to the case, I used some extensions on here. Now these are a super, super, super tight fit. So if you ever want to get them out, good luck. You can do it. I got them on there without any real problem, but you'll have fun getting them off. But anyway, because literally to get them on, you can't put one side in and squeeze it down. It's literally the width of that. So you have to kind of sit it straight on. Compress one side with your hand and compress one side with this, and then push it straight down. You can't go in at an angle and snap down like you normally would. So if you ever have to remove it, you'll know exactly what that I mean. And then your leather strap from Mr. Gillespie over at Wristbound with an Kraken engraved preview buckle. And that's the build. It came out pretty awesome. The lug extensions do a couple things. Obviously, it gives you a little bit more length to it, but it also makes these things pliable. Otherwise, they would kind of stick in there and not really move too much unless you kind of forced it. And you can get a little bit of rub marks on them. So these help for throwing them in watch rolls and anything along those lines. But that's the build. So, bezel on it will turn left. It'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel, so no clicking. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back that moves around as you move and keeps time. But before you put it on, or before you set your time, you're going to want to wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads till you hear it and feel clicking. At that point, you'll notice you are off the crown tube. So you can see you get a little bit of play there. You can see a little bit of gap. At that point, you can wind. Then a wind is a turn that way, which is clockwise. Turning it towards you does not wind it, but it is a lot easier to keep your fingers spacing and go back and forth. So if you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. If you do it for another 4 or 5 seconds, you're going to max out your 31-hour power reserve on it. It's about 36 whenever I wind them up and set them down and make sure they're working. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. You've got a slipping mainspring, so once it gets the input it needs, it's just deflecting. So you can sit there and wind all day, it's just not doing anything once it's fully compressed. So we've got that. Once you're happy with that, you're going to pull it to the 1 and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going on you. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressures on anything. Okay, Google, what time is it? 10:31 a.m. There you go. You're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting. Then wind it down. And that is your build. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. We actually had some nice burgundy-esque ones in there. And some silvers. This is going to come in a Kraken slider box. Heavy duty. With an Atlas pillow inside there. This will come with a watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. So it's good for this right here. As well as a microfiber. It's also going to come with leather conditioner to keep that strap perfectly soft. You'd probably apply it on the back if you ever feel that it's not as soft anymore. Let it soak in, remove any excess. Just the fronts are suede, and the pliability is more back here than it is up there. That's just the fancy covering. So, then lastly, some fine scratch remover from Amazon. This is Novus 2, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch, and it's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, you'll put a tiny bit of this on it, and you'll buff it out using your color matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, fill in the scratch, haze it, buff it out. If it's still there, revisit it in 10-15 minutes after that solidifies, and you should be without issue. So that's the build. If it is going to you, congrats. I hope you like it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see more videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Good luck, guys. See ya.